Well, DC, like Frank Sinatra, this man has done it his way. The former UFC welterweight and middleweight champion, George Rush St. Pierre. A lot of people believe pound for pound, DC, GSP is the best they've ever seen.
Yes, because he was able to mix everything together so well. When he was fighting a wrestler, he was able to keep the fight standing. When he was fighting a striking specialist, he was able to take him to the ground. His jiu-jitsu and just his full-on MMA game was something that we had never seen in the UFC before. Won the UFC championship at middleweight after being away for 4 years. Just showed how special George St. Pierre truly is.
In terms of MMA application of wrestling, no one has done it better than George Rush St. Pierre. George Rush St. Pierre has stepped into the octagon. This time he wants to leave with that championship belt. Well, as much respect and appreciation as we have for the skill sets of the lower weight class athletes, there is nothing in pro sports quite like a UFC heavyweight championship fight. That is our reality. You've been there, you've done that. Baddest man on the planet putting that very distinction on the line tonight.
Yeah, the champ walks again, and he wears that proudly. Johnny wants to be called the champ. He loves to be called the baddest man on the planet. He is so skilled, he's so dangerous, he's so scary, and he gets up for these types of challenges. He intends to never let go of his belt.
He understands the challenge in front of him here tonight, but he has been forged by this training camp, the championship experience he has accrued, and we'll see if he can leave the way he enters as the greatest heavyweight in the world. Well, there has already been a lot of UFC history here at Toyota Center in Houston, Texas. More where that came from tonight, and we are ready to go with two of the best athletes in the sport. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight championship fight. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Heavyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, George Rush St. Pierre. And now here's the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Heavyweight Champion of the world, the Korean Superboy, Doo-Ho Choi.
Herb Dean, our third man in the octagon for this one. All right, so here we go with this stand-up-only fight. You guys got to play by the rules. No grappling or wrestling of any type. Also, you cannot do follow-up strikes on the floor. Let's see who the last man standing will be tonight. St. Pierre gets caught with that punch. And these guys have some chins on them. Huge shots being landed on both sides. Whiffs on the straight right hand. All right, early round one, we'll see if he can use that jab and try to keep his opponent on the outside. Must be nice for these long fighters, huh?
I mean, they are able to touch you as you try to enter into range. Tonight, he needs to use his jab, use his kicks to hit his opponent before his opponent can get into range to even start to think about striking. Beautiful high kick there.
Oh, Superman punch.
Oh, he didn't like that one. Nice shot there by the champ. It won't take many of those.
Tried to land the punch, but a swing and a miss by George St. Pierre. Body kick is blocked. And both fighters exchange in the pocket.
Great job getting that kick home. Nice body kick.
You gotta dig deep here.
Straight punch there again. Been there all night. Oh, another blistering combination there. Really starting to do a nice job stringing the shots together.
And you can see the damage in his opponent's body, his face, his body, his legs. He's beating him up on all the targets. It's not one guy just headhunting. He is finding every opening that is presented to him.
Let's go. Use the jab. Use the jab.
Oh, nice jab there by GSP.
He's got to start kicking the body, kicking the head. He's just got to start kicking.
Superman punch lands. Choi shot is blocked. Huge connection by him there.
He needs to get on his bicycle, John. He needs to get into space so that he doesn't get finished.
Big right hand there. Just over 2 minutes to go. Oh, huge overhand.
Nice block.
Oh, and he tags him with the straight hand there. Beautifully done by Choi. Misses with the right hand. As he presses forward with the combination there. He's looking for that left hand. Not there. Choi gets caught with that punch. Don't be afraid to get that head off the center line. Throwing that jab now again. The fighter evades. Oh, what a connection by him there. His opponent could be out of here soon, DC.
He's almost done. I mean, when you get hit with a shot like that, you don't know whether to run, hide, grab, or wrestle. He's confused. He's as confused as he was on his first test in elementary school.
Under a minute now to go in the round.
Caught the kick.
And they separate after exiting the clinch. And just inches away from landing one of those big right hands. Well, he continues to do a nice job here defensively, protecting the head and sort of maybe letting his opponent gas out a little bit with all the volume.
His opponent sees the target, but he can't get to it. Oh, he's stunned bad. He's got to grab him. He's got to recover.
Misses with the left hook. That horn sounds means we have reached the end of round one.
Stop!
All right, buddy, let's punch into that clinch this round. All right? He has no answer for your clinch. He's not defending the right way. He's open for those knees, those elbows. All of that is working great.
All right, that horn marks the end of the round. There was a lot to like really on both sides, but particularly that Superman punch, an absolute thing of beauty.
Beautiful attack. Her ability to let loose in the octagon is truly a sight to behold. Not many people are willing to try something so risky.
You ready? You ready?
Second round here. All right, next round is underway, and how about the head movement and the slips? Really a beautiful defensive effort to watch in that previous round.
It looked as if he was training in his boxing ring with the two ropes spread across. There's a jump rope on one end going to the other end of the boxing ring and another one making the X in the middle, and you're just working on your head movement. His ability to see everything reminds me of a guy that's learning to do that drill. Ooh, big shot lands.
Choi gets caught by that straight punch. You got to do better than that defensively.
Another punch to the head. Oh, that one landed, yep.
Oh, huge strike lands there, and somehow his opponent's chin held up.
His opponent's chin held up, but you do not want to be on the receiving end of those types of strikes.
St. Pierre's nose is bleeding now. Looks to be cut, perhaps there on the bridge. Just misses with the straight right. Nice punch by St. Pierre.
He's sticking him over and over again. He's got his head popping back. Nice block. Punch went nowhere.
All right, so another ringing jab right there, snapping his head back like a Pez dispenser. You can tell he was a former boxer.
Yeah, absolutely. You can tell that that is his base. The way that he throws the jab is fundamentally sound. Does it like he was trained to do it as a young boy. And right now, behind that jab, he finds himself ahead.
Beautiful strike there as he continues to attack that cut. Cut man. Oh, how about the accuracy to land right there? His opponent's wobble chin.
He's hurt bad. He cannot take another shot like that.
Big left hand there inside.
He's cut. Give the elbow.
Well, he's really picked up the pace here in round two. Much more aggressive now here and starting to find himself in the pocket. Well, St. Pierre's blocking well now. Nice job to protect that already damaged nose as he raises the guard. Oh, nice connection with that punch. It's one thing to have an edge and reach. It's another to take advantage. Nicely done. Oh, how technical is that? Nice straight punch. Just misses with the jab there. And a nice left hand there on the inside. Certainly showing off some good hands here tonight. Hard shots landing on both sides here.
And there's that jab.
Well, he's looking for that left hand, just out of range, though, with it. Well, until his opponent adjusts, you might as well keep going with it as he continues to land a high volume of strikes in this one, DC.
But you don't want to be stuck on your feet with a boxer of this caliber. This guy's too good. And as you see his opponent looking...
Oh, man, DC, he would appear to be in real trouble. Throwing that jab yet again out of range. St. Pierre's cut on his nose is just pouring blood at this point. You wonder if that's impacting his breathing by now. Under a minute now to go. And he connects there. Well, you got to think he's happy with it. That punch right there. His opponent's compromised, DC.
It's one thing to land a hard shot. It's another thing completely to land a perfect shot. And that was a perfect shot. He ate that kick. He took that whole kick, yep.
Oh, big left hand. Oh! All right, so the big storyline in this one, his offensive prowess, particularly when it comes to landing those hooks. And I know you like to play Tony Romo. You think he goes back to it here or what?
I am almost certain that he's going to go back to that specific punch because it's landed every time he's thrown it. And as the fight has gone on, it is landing with more force than his opponent. That's one of those shots that if you take one of them, like that one landed right on the spot.
And the horn sounds on round two. All right, so that round is in the books. Well, St. Pierre's nose has got to be broken. I'm no doctor, but perhaps they should call on one right now. You hate to see a fight ended because of a circumstance like this, but I'm just not sure the fighter's going to be able to continue given all the blood. All right, so as the cut man gets to work, we'll re-rack some replays from the previous round.
Well, he's got some work to do. The cut man's going to have to work a miracle because this guy was on the receiving end of some real damaging shots. And if he doesn't do something different defensively, it's going to get worse. And if it gets worse, the fight may be stopped.
Third round underway. All right, right, so next round underway here, and you gotta admire the stamina that both of these guys still exuded towards the end of that round. Both men put a particular focus on their cardiovascular commitment in this training camp, and it's clearly paid dividends here tonight. We have two legitimately fresh fighters here as we hit this next round. St. Pierre's nose is absolutely mangled at this stage of the fight. I'm no doctor, but I feel pretty convicted in saying that thing is definitely broken, and we might get a ringside physician or a referee to stop this fight here soon. Whiffs on the elbow. Oh, hard work pays off, lands the Superman punch flush. Well, you know this is the hurt business, and both guys are compromised at this stage of the fight.
Yeah, both guys are compromised. Both guys have been beat up. Both guys have done a great job of landing, recognizing what they wanted to get done, and it's showing. This is a very evenly matched fight.
To his feet. Oh, big left.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, nice high kick.
Nice jab. St. Pierre's cut has really opened up now, folks. I don't necessarily have to tell you that watching at home. Looks like you could stick a quarter in there, and I'm not sure how much longer this fight is going to continue. Well, no denying that he rocked him, but couldn't quite get the finish.
He hurt him real bad, but he couldn't find the shot that would put him to sleep. He threw a lot of punches, but he couldn't get the one to land on the button that would end the night.
Well, champ, I don't see that well, but it's hard to miss the redness underneath that elbow. A lot of bodily investment from his opponent tonight.
Yeah, it's an investment, John. It may not pay dividends right now, but the more you go there, the more damage you do, eventually it will show itself. Right now, it's starting to show.
Oh, a nice straight there by Choi. Well, I am not going out on a limb when I say he is on the wrong side of this fight. Maybe a little bit rattled after getting knocked down earlier in the round.
But that's exactly what you expect. I took such a bad knockdown. Oh!
So we have crossed the midpoint in this one. Oh, he's landed a high number of total strikes here in the latter stages of this fight. He's really picked up the pace.
Oh, again! Nice leg kick.
Well, he keeps going back to the well with that left hand, just out of range.
Oh, nice.
St. Pierre's eye is starting to swell shut. Well, MMA is a constant exercise in risk mitigation, right? But it would seem to me that if he really goes for it offensively, you get him out of there.
Well, he's got him hurt. He's got him hurt. He's got him hurt multiple times in one round. It looks like this fight should be over by now, but his opponent's still standing, and I think that speaks to the durability of the guy standing in front of him.
Troy's lower jaw now starting to show signs of swelling. Man, is he timing his shots well here tonight, DC. It's hard to recall him being back to his feet. Well, St. Pierre's kick to the body, that one blocked by the defense. Check, look at that redness underneath his elbow. A lot of those strikes to the body starting to pile up.
Getting beat up and being smart enough to not be headhunting the entire time. I like this. I like this approach.
Let's do it! Joy!
Yo, wow! That was nasty!
Bruce Buffer has your decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 4 seconds of the third round, declaring the winner by knockout and heavyweight champion of the world, the Korean Superboy, Do-Ho Choi.
So the Korean Superboy, Do-Ho Choi, with another highlight for the reel tonight. That reel's getting pretty crowded. Crazy to think this guy is just getting started, maybe a few years removed from his fighting prime. We'll see just how far he can take it, but tonight, undeniably, a huge step in the right direction for a guy who could be a future UFC champion.